Hello, welcome back to another Gateway Flipped Classroom video. In Unit 4 of the Student's Book, you read about the British illusionist Dynamo. Dynamo's childhood wasn't easy. He had health problems involving his stomach, and probably because of that, he wasn't as big as his classmates. Some of his classmates bullied him. He started doing tricks and illusions, and that helped the situation. One of the things about doing tricks is that the earlier you start, the easier it is. And of course, the longer you practice, the better you get. As Dynamo got older and older, he learnt more difficult tricks. Even when he was young, he worked as hard as a professional illusionist, thinking up new tricks and practicing in his bedroom. And the amazing thing is that when he worked, his stomach was less painful than when he rested. The sentences that we've just seen contain different ways of making comparisons. For example, we used the structure as to say that two things or people are the same. We said, he worked as hard as a professional illusionist. We can use not as, or not so as, to say that the second thing is more than the first. So before, we said that Dynamo was not as big as his classmates, or Dynamo was not so big as his classmates. That means that his classmates were bigger than him. There's another structure that we can use to say that the second thing is more than the first. We can use less than. So before, we said that when he worked, his stomach was less painful than when he rested. That means that his stomach was more painful when he did rest. Now look at this sentence. We repeat a comparative to talk about situations that are increasing. So we can say, temperatures are getting higher and higher. That means that temperatures are continuing to increase. If the comparative is with more, we just repeat more. So we say, it's getting more and more difficult. And lastly, we can use this structure to talk about two things that happen together, or to say that when one thing happens, it causes another thing to happen. So we said that the longer you practice, the better you get. So, when you practice a lot, you get better. Or we could say, the faster you run, the hotter you get. One thing happens and causes another thing to happen. I'm not Dynamo, but I have a little trick for you. I want you to pause the video a second to get a piece of paper and a pencil. Okay, you've got paper and a pencil? Good. Now, think of a number between 1 and 10. Okay, now add 5 to your number. Now multiply that number by 2. Now take away 4 from your total. Divide the total by 2. Finally, from the new total, take away your original number. And abracadabra, Your answer is 3. Correct? Thanks for watching.